Let's talk. What are we gonna talk about? I know what we're gonna talk about. Let's talk cameras. Today is what's today's date? September 6th, 2025. That means we're only a couple of days away from Canon announcements, Sony announcements, and possibly DJI announcements. Oh yeah. Nikon. Let me bring this mic back over here. Man, from the rumors, we have the Canon R. Nope, sorry. From the rumors, we have the Canon C50 that's supposed to be coming out, right? Within the next couple, well, being announced within the next couple of days. And man, on paper, looks great. But I did just hear something a little bit earlier that kind of turned me away. From what I heard earlier today, what is it again? September 6th. There may not be any IBIS in this camera. Which I know, okay, it's a cinema camera. You're going to put them on a tripod anyway. So you really don't need IBIS, right? But here in 2025, I'm just like, you need some sort of image stabilization just to keep the form factor small. You know, if you're aiming to make this camera a nice, compact cinema camera, why can't we just have everything in this camera to where we don't really need to use a gimbal? We don't really need to use a tripod if we don't want to, you know? It should be options. But without having any image stabilization, there's no options. It is what it is. You're stuck with the camera on some sort of stabilization tool, tripod, gimbal, whatever. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's like we're so far ahead, yet we're way behind. This day and age, you have cell phones. You have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, the DJI Osmo Action cameras, the GoPro Action cameras. All these, was that the Insta360 lineup? You have a whole bunch of small cameras that produce amazing image stabilization. Why is it so hard for these companies, the big three? Well, the big two. There's no big three no more. The big two, meaning Sony and Canon. Why is it so? Oh, I forgot about Fuji, and well, I don't really know so much about Fuji and them. Yeah, only Sony and Canon I really dealt with in the past. Um, why? Why? It seems like the technology is going backwards now. But again, we're here in 2025. Why do we still not have some sort of good stabilization in these cameras? That's the only thing I think I'm really disappointed about with a lot of these cameras that come out, as far as the big cameras. That's the major thing that really gets to me, because the color and the bit rate and all that stuff, all that is cool and everything. But if you're only making footage to go on YouTube, it really doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter about that stuff. 8-bit was good enough, right? For color grading on YouTube, it was good enough. But 10-bit is amazing. I love it. Love it. I wouldn't want to go back. Keep me on 10-bit. Love it. Just maybe one day, guys, give us some real image stabilization. I think this is going to be my last video about image stabilization, IBIS, whatever. This is it. I'm not talking about it anymore. Once this is uploaded, that's it. From now on, the camera that I'm working with, it is what it is. And I'm just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. And then, that'll make me, it may make me a better shooter too. Because now you need to think about your moves, really. Where this fly just came from. You need to think about your moves when you don't have a gimbal or anything like that. When you just go on handheld, you really need to think about your moves. You need to think about your moves with gimbals as well. But, going handheld, yeah, you really need to be careful. Because it's like any little movement, the vibration in the vibration of the camera, it just looks like an earthquake on screen. It's crazy, especially if you have a lens that don't have image stabilization in it, like this a Sigma 18 or 50 millimeter lens don't have any image stabilization in it. And Sigmas, at least for the Canons, don't offer image stabilization. They have amazing glass. The look is great, but no stabilization. So you pair that with these cameras that don't have any decent stabilization, and you're back to square one. Get a tripod. That's it. It is what it is. I gotta find a nice tripod. That's where we're going with.